This road sign means A. Drive with caution and be ready to slow down. B. Do not drive in this lane. C. You must come to a complete stop and yield the right of way. D. Slow down, be prepared to stop, and, if necessary, yield the right of way. D. Slow down, be prepared to stop, and, if necessary, yield the right of way. This type of triangular sign means drivers must yield. You must slow down as you come to an intersection marked with this sign and be prepared to stop. Let any other vehicles, bicyclists, or pedestrians pass safely before you proceed. This sign means A. Trucks under 18,000 pounds. Allowed. B. Hill ahead. C. Truck stop ahead. D. No trucks allowed. B. Hill ahead. This sign warns that there is a steep hill ahead. What should you do when you see this sign? A. Look for a train station ahead. B. Signal before going any further. C. Slow down and yield for trains. D. Stop. C. Slow down and yield for trains. This sign indicates that there is a railroad crossing on the road ahead. You should always slow down when approaching a railroad crossing. Trains cannot yield to cars, so you must let them pass before crossing the tracks. This road sign means A. Steep grade ahead. B. Pedestrian crossing ahead. C. Low ground railroad crossing. D. Low clearance. D. Low clearance. This sign indicates that the overpass ahead has a low clearance. You should not proceed if your vehicle is taller than the height shown on the sign, in this case, 13 feet 6 inches.
Want to ace your DMV test? Go to cheatsheets.com and get your guaranteed cheat sheet.
This sign means A. Pedestrians ahead. B. End of construction zone. C. School crossing ahead. D. Flagger ahead. D. Flagger ahead. This sign indicates that there is a flagger ahead controlling traffic in a construction area. What are the colors of warning signs indicating upcoming hazards? A. Black letters or symbols on a white background. B. Black letters or symbols on a yellow background. C. White letters or symbols on a blue background. D. White letters or symbols on a green background. B. Black letters or symbols on a yellow background. Warning signs that indicate approaching hazards are usually yellow with black lettering or symbols. Warning signs in work zones are orange with black lettering or symbols. This road sign means A. The road ahead curves right. Slow down to the safe speed indicated. B. Divided highway begins. Slow down to the safe speed indicated. C. Merge. Slow down to the safe speed indicated. D. Winding road ahead. Slow down to the safe speed indicated. A. The road ahead curves right. Slow down to the safe speed indicated. These signs indicate that the road curves to the right ahead and that drivers should slow down to the safe speed indicated, in this case, 35 miles per hour. This sign means A. Lane ends. B. No right turn. C. Slippery when wet. D. Two-way traffic. A. Lane ends. Warning signs prepare drivers for upcoming road conditions and hazards and are usually yellow and black. This sign tells drivers that a lane is ending and that they should prepare to allow traffic to merge safely. This sign means A. Curve ahead. B. Roadwork ahead. C. Merging traffic. D. No left turn. A. Curve ahead. Warning signs prepare drivers for upcoming road conditions and hazards and are usually yellow with black markings. This sign alerts drivers to an upcoming curve in the road. This road sign means A. The road ahead turns sharply right, then left. B. The road ahead turns sharply left, then right. C. The road ahead curves to the left. D. Construction ahead. A. The road ahead turns sharply right, then left. This sign indicates that the road ahead will turn sharply to the right and then to the left. Legally, you are considered to be driving under the influence if you have a minimum blood alcohol content, BAC, of A. 0.06%, B. 0.08%, C. 0.1%, D. 0.12%, B. 0.08%. Drivers age 21 and older are considered to be driving under the influence, DUI, if their BAC is 0.08% or greater. If a person's driving is impaired, they can be convicted of a DUI even if their BAC is lower than 0.08%. Drivers under age 21 can be convicted of illegal consumption of alcohol if their BAC is 0.02% or greater. Drivers entering an interstate from an entrance ramp must A. Slow down. B. Turn around if another vehicle is in the lane. C. Yield to traffic already on the highway. D. Merge without looking. C. Yield to traffic already on the highway. Drivers entering an interstate from an entrance ramp must yield the right-of-way to traffic already on the highway. While driving on a two-lane road without bicycle lanes, you encounter a bicyclist traveling in the same direction. What is the safest way to pass the bicyclist? A. Slow down and wait until there is no traffic approaching, then pass the bicyclist while leaving him or her sufficient space. B. Continue driving straight. It is the bicyclist's responsibility to get out of your way. C. Do not pass the bicyclist until you come to a traffic signal or stop sign. D. Honk at the bicyclist to let him or her know you are about to pass. A. Slow down and wait until there is no traffic approaching, then pass the bicyclist while leaving him or her sufficient space. You should pass a bicyclist the same way you would pass any other vehicle, but not so fast or close to them that you throw debris in their face or blow them around with the draft of air from your vehicle. Allow at least 3 feet of space between your side mirror and the bicyclist, or at least 5 feet on higher speed roads or when there is a group of bicyclists. Honking unnecessarily may startle riders and make them more likely to crash. Drivers are responsible for making sure that children are properly secured in vehicles. A. True. B. False. A. True. A driver transporting anyone younger than age 18 must ensure that the passenger is properly secured in a safety belt, booster seat, or child safety seat, as applicable, no matter where the child is seated in the vehicle. When you approach a railroad crossing without flashing warning signals or crossing gates, you should A. Cross the tracks immediately and as quickly as possible. B. Always stop before crossing the tracks. C. Prepare to yield to any train at the crossing. D. Speed up to beat any oncoming train. C. Prepare to yield to any train at the crossing. Always be prepared to yield to any oncoming trains before crossing railroad tracks, particularly if there are no lights or gates controlling the crossing. Never start to cross the tracks until there is room for your entire vehicle on the other side of the tracks. Due to the risk of a vehicle stalling, it is not wise to shift gears when crossing railroad tracks. Zero tolerance is A. A smart teenager. B. A law that makes it illegal for youth under 21 to drive with a blood alcohol content of 0.02% or higher. C. Getting good grades. D. None of the above. B. A law that makes it illegal for youth under 21 to drive with a blood alcohol content of 0.02% or higher. For drivers over age 21, the legal blood alcohol content limit, BAC, is 0.08%. However, if you are under age 21, you can be convicted of illegal consumption of alcohol if your BAC is at least 0.02%. When parking next to a curb, you may not park more than A. 6 inches from the curb. B. 1 foot from the curb. C. 18 inches from the curb. D. 2 feet from the curb. B. 1 foot from the curb. On a public road, you may not park more than 1 foot from the curb. High-occupancy vehicles, HOV, lanes are not reserved for A. High-occupancy vehicles. B. Carpools. C. Tractor-trailers. D. Motorcycles. C. Tractor-trailers. During heavy traffic periods, HOV lanes are reserved for buses, carpools, other high-occupancy vehicles, motorcycles, and certain clean special fuel vehicles. The safest place to install a child safety seat is in A. The driver's side back seat. B. The front passenger seat. C. The center of the back seat. D. Any passenger seat, they are equally safe. C. The center of the back seat. Some children must be fastened securely into child safety restraint systems when being transported in moving vehicles. The safest place to install a child safety seat is in the center of the back seat of a car. You are coming to an intersection and have a green light. Pedestrians are crossing against the red. You should A. Honk your horn. B. Speed up and pass in front of the pedestrians. C. Stop to let the pedestrians cross safely. D. Drive close to the pedestrians and frighten them so they'll think twice before crossing against a red light. C. Stop to let the pedestrians cross safely. Yield to pedestrians and cars that may be caught in an intersection when you have a green light. Be careful around pedestrians under every circumstance. When changing lanes on a highway, you should A. Signal a lane change. B. Check your rear view and outside mirrors. C. Check your blind spot by glancing over your shoulder. D. All of the above. D. All of the above. Anytime you want to change lanes, you should properly signal your intentions well in advance, check your mirrors, and check your blind spot. You can check your blind spot by glancing over your shoulder in the direction that you plan to move. Every time you get behind the wheel, you A. Must ensure you are a safe driver. B. Accept responsibility for your actions. C. Must obey Virginia's traffic laws. D. All of these. D. All of these. Every time you get behind the wheel, you accept responsibility for your actions. You must obey Virginia's traffic laws and ensure the safety of yourself, your passengers, and other motorists, pedestrians, and bicyclists on the roadways. You are legally intoxicated with a minimum blood alcohol concentration, BAC, of A. 0.07%, B. 0.08%, C. 0.09%, D. 0.1%, B. 0.08%. Drivers age 21 or older are considered to be driving under the influence if their blood alcohol content, BAC, is 0.08% or higher. If your driving is impaired, you can be convicted of driving under the influence with a BAC lower than 0.08%. The amount of space you need to cross traffic depends on the A. Road conditions, weather conditions, and oncoming traffic. B. Presence of a stop sign. C. Use of your turn signals. D. Cars behind you. A. Road conditions, weather conditions, and oncoming traffic. The amount of space you need to cross traffic depends on the road conditions, weather conditions, and oncoming traffic. When you need to change lanes, it is important to A. Signal your intentions ahead of the lane change. B. Check your blind spot. C. Make sure the lane is clear before entering. D. All of the above. D. All of the above. Always signal for an appropriate amount of time before making a lane change or exiting a freeway. Before you make any move to the right or left, quickly turn your head and look over your shoulder to see if your blind spot is clear. You are driving on a busy street and your vehicle's accelerator sticks open. You should A. Blow your horn. B. Slam on your brakes. C. Turn on your four-way flashers. D. Turn off your ignition, taking care not to engage the steering wheel locking mechanism. D. Turn off your ignition, taking care not to engage the steering wheel locking mechanism. If your vehicle's accelerator sticks open, your vehicle will continue to maintain its speed or accelerate, even if you remove your foot from the gas pedal. Turn off the ignition, using care to move the ignition switch only far enough to stop the engine and not engage the steering wheel locking mechanism. Apply your brakes and move off the road to a safe area. A good defensive driver? A. Drives slowly at all times. B. Looks out for the actions of other drivers. C. Travels at a constant speed. D. Only drives in familiar areas. B. Looks out for the actions of other drivers. Even the most experienced drivers can be distracted while driving. A defensive driver looks out for the actions of other drivers and anticipates potential problems. It's your responsibility to ensure that the vehicle you are driving is A. Properly registered. B. Insured. C. In good working order. D. All of the above. D. All of the above. All vehicles must be registered and you must have the registration card in your vehicle when operating it. All registered vehicles must comply with Virginia's insurance requirements. All drivers are responsible for ensuring the safety of themselves, their passengers, and other users of the road. If you leave your vehicle unattended, you must A. Turn off the engine. B. Lock the ignition and remove the key. C. Set the parking brake. D. All of the above. D. All of the above. When you leave your vehicle unattended, you must stop the engine, lock the ignition, remove the key from the ignition, and set the parking brake. When you want to make a right turn, your car must be A. Near the center of the street. B. Close to the left side of the street. C. Close to the right side of the street. D. Past the center of the intersection when you begin to turn. C. Close to the right side of the street. As you prepare to make a right turn, you should get as far to the right side of the road as possible. Do not cut across lanes of traffic to perform any turn. If you are driving near a motorcycle, you must A. Allow the motorcycle to use a complete lane. B. Drive on the shoulder beside the motorcycle. C. Allow the motorcycle to use only half of a lane. D. Pass using the same lane as the motorcycle. A. Allow the motorcycle to use a complete lane. A motorcycle is a full-size vehicle with the same privileges as any other vehicle on the roadway. You should allow a motorcyclist a full lane width. Although it may seem as though there is enough room in the traffic lane for a larger vehicle and a motorcycle, remember that the motorcycle needs room to maneuver safely. When two vehicles arrive to an intersection at the same time, which one has the right of way when no signs or signals indicate rules? A. The car approaching from the right has the right of way. B. The car approaching from the left has the right of way. C. The car in which the driver sounds his horn first has the right of way. D. The car that is traveling the fastest has the right of way. A. The car approaching from the right has the right of way. At an intersection of two similar roads without a traffic control device, a driver must yield to a vehicle approaching from the right. Aggressive drivers? A. Take out their frustrations on other motorists. B. Run stop signs, speed, tailgate, weave in and out of traffic, make improper lane changes, and unnecessarily honk their horns. C. Are high-risk drivers. D. All of the above. D. All of the above. Virginia law defines aggressive driving as harassing, intimidating, injuring or obstructing another person while committing one or more traffic offenses. Aggressive drivers engage in high-risk behavior while taking out their frustrations on other motorists. They may do things like run stop signs and red lights, speed, tailgate, weave in and out of traffic, make improper and unsafe lane changes, or angrily honk, gesture, scream, or flash their lights. A traffic light displaying a green arrow and a red light means that A. You may only drive straight ahead. B. You may drive only in the direction of the green arrow. C. You must wait for a solid green light to proceed in any direction. D. Vehicles moving in any direction must stop. B. You may drive only in the direction of the green arrow. If a green arrow is shown with a red light, you can only drive in the direction of the arrow and only if the intersection is clear. It is important to slow down. A. On narrow or winding roads. B. At intersections or railroad crossings. C. When the road is wet or slippery. D. All of the above. D. All of the above. You should always slow down when driving on narrow or winding roads, near intersections, near railroad crossings, on hills, in sharp or blind curves, where there are pedestrians or driving hazards, and when the roads are wet or slippery.